Hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing well. There it goes. All right, good. Just making sure I don't have too much of an echo. Awesome. It's a Wednesday night. Yay, we made it. Congratulations to everybody who made it to Wednesday. Beautiful. Oh, hello, Pam. Hello, Joy. Hello, hello. Today's been kind of a hectic day, a lot of running around. And I shaved. My name is William. This is my so-called life, and I hope everyone is doing well. It's Wednesday, and I'm actually going to sew something this evening. I have plans, but we'll see what happens. Welcome, welcome. Yay. Hello, hello. Hey, the artist formerly known as Godless Sewing. How's it going? That guy's beautiful. Hello. Hi, Joy. Yay. Hello. Hello. I think it was time to shave off Gandalf's beard. I was starting to look like a Confederate general, and it was time to shave. It was definitely time to shave it off. Yay. Awesome, awesome. I have my precision bricks here with my hat. I want to see if it makes any difference. But I've been shaping the hat and it's slowly starting to fit. So that's a plus. Awesome. Awesome. I still have my keys. It is hectic around here, but let me find myself real quick. Oh, I've been sick for a while. I'm on the tail end of it. I still do not feel 100%, but I am here. Hello, hello to everybody in the chat. That's one thing about being sick. Even while you're recovering, I'm not necessarily one of those people that can sit around for very long. So I shaved my beard off. I'm back from the alternate universe. Anything interesting happened when I was gone? So I finished what I started on Monday. It looks great. I'm gonna put it on in a minute. I'm gonna let some more people file in a little bit more, and I'm gonna throw on what I made. I finished it. I've already filmed Telly Savalas forever. I never said that I wasn't Telly Savalas. Oh, I know. When I shave, I'm his twin brother. I am. I am. Oh. And as a matter of fact, I sat around and something I think I should have been doing something, not just sitting around, but it is what it is. Pam, I do that too. You shouldn't feel bad, like especially on the weekend after a week of being my son's chauffeur and going to work every day. I'm burnt out. And I know it's hard to believe with my ADD self, but sometimes I sit here and I force myself just to sit here. I'm still procrastinating. I call it the art of procrastinating, especially sometimes, it's easy to get buried. I get buried all the time where I'm like, I have to do this and finish this. I seriously have to sit down and take a deep breath sometimes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Being sick and that's another thing because I don't feel 100% either. I'm totally there with you. Everything's double effort with me, and I'm not the happiest. Yay! Hello, hello, Waternay. I sent you a link, and I put in 2 groups. If you're not busy, hello, hello. Yay! Awesome, awesome. Yay! Hello, Waternay. Hello. I am as well, Pam. So I totally understand. I totally understand. I was doing things just to, like, bide my time. I videotaped myself doing it because I thought it was gonna be a complete failure, but I put, a coat rack together, and I couldn't believe it because it was one of those really complicated dollar store ones, and I'm actually really impressed with myself. Let me see if I can switch the camera, if you could see it or not, but I was actually really oh, there it is. It's holding my Dodger hat. I was really impressed because I'm terrible at putting IKEA, style items together, and I only had 4 leftover widgets, and I wish I was kidding. I did get the pillowcases finished. I made 11 and then a drawstring bag. Wow, that's awesome, Pam. That's a lot. I bet 11 is a lot. That's awesome, especially when you don't feel well. That's where I'm at. I totally understand. That's awesome. You're sick too, Pam? Yeah, sorry to hear that. Absolutely. There's definitely something going around. Definitely. All right, I'm gonna switch my camera back. So I have a question, and it's a strange question. And I love the guy, and this is more of me giving him a hard time because I know he watches my live streams. My uncle left an igloo cooler at my house on Christmas. At what point do I do I accept responsibility for this and it now lives in my house? Or should I give it back to him next holiday I see him? uh, uh yay, yay, hello, hello. Awesome, awesome. I have my project of the evening laid out. See you soon. Yay. Started the day off with the flipping updates that fluked up my stuff. Don't know where my downloads and programs are. Went okay. Do you have an Apple product? Is it because certain things like that happen to me on almost every update. I'm a creature of habit. So if someone was to walk in here and to move something, I would notice. So when my phone gets rearranged, I'm like, why did you do this to me? Why? HP. Yep. Oh yeah. Apple does that to me where they change everything. And the ones that drive me insane is when they change the displays. And I'm not trying to be too old school, but I didn't ask you to change the display. Joy, that is a definite pet peeve. I still have my precision bricks that I use for shaping hats. They come in handy for jamming doors and shaping hats. All right, let's see how this bad boy fits. Oh, it fits so much better. Oh, this fits so much better. I'm gonna shape this yet. You know what? Let's wear it for a minute. Yeah, they did that. It drives me crazy when you change my display, I'm lost. Especially I'm looking for the phone I use all the time. The phone that I use every day, my phone, this thing I live on this thing. I'm constantly on YouTube. I'm watching Paramount Plus because I'm addicted to Halo. This hat still needs a little bit of help, but I'm still shaping it. And if things get changed around, I would totally notice. This has to be one of the highest high hats that I own. There we go. Lost all my folders I had on my desktop. Says that they're empty. I guarantee you, if you go looking, you'll be able to retrieve them somewhere else. Computers are funny that way. I've had to learn the hard way over and over. Hey, Trees, how's it going? How's it going? Great to see you. Awesome, awesome. This hat is still it's still hi-hatting. I have to say, out of all the cowboy hats that I own, this is one of the funkiest hats. It was intentionally made with the hi-hat. I might puff it all the way out for the full 10-gallon. How's it going? You know what? This is from the Duke collection. I bought this at the most random Goodwill. I was cruising around a part of town that I'm really not familiar with, and I stumbled upon a Goodwill. And I actually own a Stetson. I own a Stetson Crushable. I have hat issues where I want a giant brim, but I don't want something so fancy that I can't wear it every day. Because the cowboy hat I wear every day is slowly disintegrating. Oh, that does bite, Joy. I am so sorry. I am that that's the worst. It um people back in the day who knew me, like when they first met me online, they are probably shocked that I'm still online. I knew nothing about computers. Hey, Kilroy. It could be. I got this at the Goodwill. You never know. Awesome. But in the past couple of years, I've learned so much. It's not even funny. And 90% of it was out of necessity. It's a different world I was getting tired of the Gandalf. I miss my beard already because I would sit there and brush it when I was bored. I'd be driving around in traffic, brushing my beard. But I like the Telly Savalas Kojak look. Hey, hello. I'm working on thumbnail. I am working on thumbnails this year. Oh, this year I'm gonna work on thumbnails, especially because I want to put myself in historical situations. I want to. I'm just gonna have thumbnails that have nothing to do with this stream, but I'm gonna be at the signing of the Declaration of Independence with my patches on, looking stoic. So I definitely need to start making thumbnails. Oh, welcome to the House of Sewing. We have crazy hats, cliches, and I swear I'm going to be sewing something a little bit later. But before I get to that, really quickly, this program is for entertainment purposes only, and its content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, beard, or wigs. All opinions expressed by my so-called life and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on planet Earth. I hope everybody has a great evening flying my so-called life airlines. Happy Wednesday. Ah, you're going to work on thumbnails like most people will say they're going to work on their abs. I would never lie to myself. I am not that guy. I am not the gym person. You will never catch me in the gym in January. There's a thrift store that's next to a gym. I don't even start going to it until March. If there is one thing I do not is lie to myself, I forgot about that because I'm dark and brooding and bitter inside. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And if you don't have a Valentine, I'll be your Valentine. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I forgot about that. I've never been in a gym. Never will I be. There's a 50-50 thing with me. Like, I get healthy when I go to gyms. I'm just socially awkward. So I don't like being in a room of people working out. So sad, but so true. Absolutely joy. But I look at it as an excuse to buy those. In America, we have Reese's Pieces everything now. They have Reese's Pieces Christmas trees, Reese's Pieces pumpkins, and now they have Reese's Pieces hearts. I would have shown them to you, but I ate a whole bag already. Oh, awesome. Awesome. And I had garlic today because because I'm single. So happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Reese's Pieces thread. The peanut butter cups. I apologize. They're not Reese's Pieces. They're the peanut butter cups, and they're amazing. They make them for every holiday, and I'm there. Oh man. Okay, so I had the hat. I have to take my janitor keys off. I'm gonna grab my table in a second. I'm gonna move my bricks. That hat is actually really starting to shape well. I really like the way it's coming out. Come on, the same cup, just in a different wrapper. It still tastes amazing though. That's all that counts. That's all that counts. Tomorrow's even more awesome because everything's gonna be on sale. Oh man. I kind of laugh at my notes because I write things out during the day, and I wrote soccer moms are the worst drivers. Look in the mirror. That's literally what's in my notes because I came back from dropping off my son and I was like, people are the worst drivers. So I'm in this weird 1990s long sleeve hoodie phase, but now that I think about it, I think I do this every single winter because when I look back at the things that I made a year ago, I think they're almost identical to what I'm making right now. So I think this is my annual 90s hoodie intervention or whatever you want to call it. Oh, before I forget, before I completely trail off, should I go full out? Yeah, it's that kind of night. Let me go grab it real quick. Oh. All right. So I finished I don't even know what you would call it. Anything but everything and amazing is what I'm going to call it. But hey, butterfly, hello, hello. How are you? Awesome. Great to see you. Yay, hello, hello. Yay, awesome. Great to see you. So I finished my short sleeve duster. She was here earlier. She said she'll be by in a second. Oh, I have to move my precision bricks. They tend to get in the way. And it's gonna take me a second to put this on, and you're gonna hear me yelp if the overalls I made a year and a half ago do not fit. But I made something to go over it, and it's spectacular. The overalls I made were rough. I didn't know what I was doing. And it's funny how when you are out in the woods, when you have no idea what you're doing, you're much more brave than when you actually have the skill. I need to get back on that train. When I had no idea what I was doing, I would explore. I would literally just put something down and trace it and start cutting it until it looked like overalls. And the results were amazing. So let me try them on. Oh, right. It has been a while since I've tried these on. So if you hear me moan and groan, it's because I'm a fan of food. But like I was saying, it's so funny how brave I was when I had no idea what I was doing. Oh, these fit. And the funny thing is, I did a better job when I had no idea. Where's the other string? Oh, there it is. What is it? Oh, man. Sorry, I have to swim through my overall. Beautiful. So I made these and I had no idea what I was doing, but oh, here we go. Oh, that I can fix that. I can fix that. All in all, these still look good. These still. I'm gonna have to stand up. Hold on. I don't know why I sat down wearing these things. I've got this feeling. Okay. So hold on, let me switch the angle real quick because these are still amazing. And I don't know why I'm trying to go to the wrong screen. There we go. So, like I said, I made these when I just traced a pair of overalls that I wear every day at my work. These are still a bit rough, but I still don't know why I did this. I put the pockets on the inside. So I promise I'm not playing pocket pool. I'm just minding my own business. I put the pockets way on the inside. It was strange. Like I said, I had no idea what I was doing. But I think after like I made these almost 2 years ago. I have to check the video. I think these look good for something that I made 2 years. So I'm going back to all my old outfits and I'm adding things to them. So let me get what I made. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. This is gold. I think I'm gonna because this is a Walmart from a pattern from Walmart. I can keep going. I could make an overcoat over this. I once again tried to make a smaller hood and it didn't come out as planned. But magic ensued, as always. And now I have this amazing outfit with my pockets awkwardly on the inside because I didn't know what I was doing when I first made these. But the outside, I made this. I made this yesterday. And there will be a video coming. Oh. Oh. Is that what I'm giving? Is that what I'm giving? Is that what I'm giving? I swear I'm not. I promise I'm not playing pocket pool. I'm literally just putting my hands in my pockets. I didn't know what I was doing when I made it. Oh, I almost forgot to add pockets the first time. I like basically forgot to add pockets. So mayhem ensued. And I told myself, you have to have pockets on overalls. You have to. Oh, it's gonna be that kind of night. It is that kind of night. Oh. like I said, when I first made these overalls, I was guessing. I was guessing. Oh, I needed to put these on. I needed this today. I needed the laugh. Absolutely. Oh, they look great though. And I'm going to keep saying that over and over. This thing is so huge. I can't find the middle. There we go. There's the middle. Oh, all right. You guessed with every. But this was a legitimate guess. Like with this project, hold on, I'm gonna stand up again. For everybody who's entering the room right now, welcome to my so-called life. We have nothing but fun, mayhem, and talk about sewing and everything in between. And I'm that guy at the rave where you're like, okay, you know what? I'm that guy at the rave where you see in the parking lot and you're like, yeah, I'm on the right place. I'm in the right place. When you're driving and you're like, I don't know if I'm in the right place. And you see me and you're like, yep, that guy looks like a bag of Skittles. I'm in the right place. Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. The color combo, their overalls. I might have to do some adjustments on these, but I made the strings so long that I could adjust them. And if I need to rappel down from buildings, I can use these as well. I had this weird thing. I didn't know how long to make the drawstrings for my overalls. Oh, hold on. And so I made them extremely long. Yay!
Hello. You look like a candy wizard Mario Brothers.
I'll take it.
You're gonna throw some magic out, jump through some pipes.
I forgot how amazingly bright this color was. I think I might line the hood with its own material just to give it a little bit more oomph.
I don't
It's been a
know. I like
while.
the blue.
Thank you. It's been a while since I've made something in this style, and I used to I would go all out with the hoods, but I have a serger now, so I don't have to go out of my way to cover the seams like I used to.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
go, I would just do layer upon layer.
turn turn the brim back.
Butterfly is dying over my. Yes, I did make these freakishly long. I didn't know what I was doing, but I can adjust them at any height now, and it doesn't matter how tall you are. You can wear these. Oh, I'm shocked that they still kind of fit after a year and a half, almost 2 years. This is back. I made this back when I was like exclusively buying massive amounts of fabric from Walmart. I mean, but it was during the plague because I couldn't go too far from my house.
Yeah. Well, you needed that kind of fabric in plague times. That's fine.
I was sewing couch material because I was living on the couch. Well, actually, I was out here most of the time.
I had forgotten about that, Kilroy. I love PG Woodhouse though. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow!
So
Oh
funny.
wow! Oh man! I'm gonna sit down for a second before I start my other project. And I had a whole other outfit on when this show started. Hey, Skids! Everybody be nice to Skids. The 49ers made it all the way to the Super Bowl.
And then they didn't win. Sorry.
Taylor Swift and Ice Spice won.
So how's everyone doing? Some people came since I first said hello. So recently we have Skits, Kilroy's here. I heard Trees was here. Butterfly. And then earlier I saw Joy and poor sick Pam.
You could tell it's still going around because there was barely anybody at the MMA class.
Mm.
You can tell. And then they rated it up and lost. They did. Oh, it's that Bay tradition. Well, Jerry Rice in the beginning of the bowl was like, it's been 29 years, so we'll keep counting from 29 on. Was it that long ago? Do you know what's so funny? I talk about 49ers Super Bowls, and it's been 29 years since the last time they were in one.
Oof.
Yikes. Yeah, I know. Ah. I read Wodehouse when I was in the cancer center, needed something lighter than a feather in there. And no, I didn't have cancer. I was just, oh, okay.
Mm. Did you read the short story about the guy who gets caged up with the gorilla and finds it's an actor just trying to make ends meet?
I don't know how I would feel about that. I might be enraged. If I felt that's even worse. I would be like, wait a minute. Oh, what? I cut them in the same. I didn't even do that on purpose. I cut them in the same way. Look at me.
Wow.
Okay,
That's some excellent pattern matching, especially for unintentional.
But it's a victory if I sit and there's no ripping. Okay.
Hey.
Oh, and I shave. I'm back to Telly Savalas.
Nice, nice. You were thinking about it. But, I think if I were a guy, I would want some, enjoy the opportunity for creativity. But facial hair, no facial hair here, facial hair there,
It's the I don't know, I was starting to look like a general in the Union Army. It was time to cut. It's the gray. It's the gray that was getting to me. I look like an old-timey picture after a while. Sorry, Skits, but the Kansas City Swifts came up from the rear. I like those games. I know. I said that so many times. My mom was like, you said that already. I was like, at least it's not a terrible game.
See, the power of a good woman.
You're roboting. On that note, you're roboting. We all need a better provider, is what it is. Oh, the Kansas City Swifts. I like that. We got to make some jerseys. Actually, I would never wear a Kansas City jersey or even a replica. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yay. Now there are people who think that Taylor Swift made them win, and it's part of a huge conspiracy. I've been subscribed to certain people since day one, and I've been subscribed to Rebecca Watson for over like 6 years. She made a video about it. It's actually hilarious. Because she debunks conspiracies, but sometimes she's like, we've been at this so long. Do we have to talk about this? Do we need? Because everybody in her audience is intelligent enough to know, Don't worry, why not you might get the facial. Here,
well, I'm no spring chicken, so tweezers are one's friend.
I just wasn't. Every time I grow my beard back, I'm Gandalf. It gets grayer and grayer. Kansas Swiftie cheats. You are in the right room. You know what's so funny? I try not to think like I've been watching sports my whole life, and I'm not one of those people. I'm not a conspiracy theorist person. For anyone who's just meeting me, I am one of the most skeptical people you will ever meet in your life. Like, you have to show me a lot of things for me even to believe it, you know. But I don't know, can you fix sports? There was a guy in basketball that got caught when I was a kid. He was a very famous ref. Rasheed Wallace actually made a video on his channel about it, about how he was on vacation. He got fined for saying this guy's a cheater. And then when he was like, don't feel sorry for him, he's rich. He was literally like in Ibiza. But he was like, when I found out, I called the NBA and they gave him his money back.
Good.
They gave him his money back because he was like, hey, I called this guy a cheater and you made me pay thousands for keeping the integrity, and he was a cheater. Mexican Gandalf wizard tacos sounds magically delicious. That's Lucky Charms. You're gonna get me sued. Is that Lucky Charms? They're magically delicious.
Yeah.
With the whistle.
Yeah.
I'm undefeated when it comes to Saturday morning cartoons, and I ate Captain Crunch until I was like 21, 22.
Okay. Is there anyone who didn't? I mean, even I ate Captain Crunch into my 20s, probably because my mom wouldn't let me have sugary cereal as a kid, and I was rebelling.
Don't worry about the gray. You'll just be like a ski lodge white on the roof and a huge fire inside. I like that. To be honest, you are Captain Crunch this morning. Now that would be... Who's that? What ship are you serving on? Oh, you're on Crunch's ship. You mean you stopped? So I made this lovely thing to go on with these overalls.
Oh yeah, turn the brim back. Let me see how it looks. I kind of like that because it feeds into the collar.
It's Farrah Fawcett-y. Now I have Farrah Fawcett hair. For the record, I'm just saying. I never liked any breakfast food, so I actually never ate any. I am that geek that can eat breakfast any time of day. It's a thing I do. Hides empty box of candy.
I really like breakfast food, but I tend to prefer it for like a late dinner.
It depends. Like, I am obsessed with chicken fried steak. I eat that as dinner. I'm about to show how American I am in a second. I'm obsessed with chicken fried steak with white gravy on it.
Oh.
But,
right.
you know, just can't eat it every day.
And you have that with a side of grits?
I'm from this place called Southern California, so I'm not necessarily a grits fan. Do you like that better, huh?
I wanted to see. I mean, I think if you were going to do it like that, then you'd need to press it or something.
Sorry, I forgot what I looked like. I keep on looking at my chin. I forgot about the chin. I missed you, Chin. I missed you. Farrah hair. Absolutely. Oh, I knew someone who I absolutely love and respect. She rocked her 80s hair up until recently. She would like every day put hairspray in it. And I mean the high hair.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you need to be a slave to fashion, but I do feel that you need to at least have a conversation with current trends.
I dress like it's 1984, so I don't critique other people's fashion. I think that's one thing that makes me a bad YouTuber, is that like I'm accepting, so I don't judge people like that. Someone I absolutely love and respect, I've had to learn to not say anything because they'll be critiquing fashion at award shows. And you know what I'm going to say. Do you sew? Do you even know how hard it is to make, like, even these things that people are saying are awful? I'm like, Do you know how difficult it would be to make that? Like,
Mm.
absolutely scared. So that was me a couple days ago.
Ooh. I have
Oh,
in the pressure cooker right now, I had some chicken soup from Trader Joe's and I added some mushrooms and lentils to it and some water and I'm cooking that up.
excuse me.
This is
Um,
in honor of Valentine's Day today.
oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day. I'm bitter inside. Forgot. Happy Valentine's Day here from the yodeler all the way to your house.
I mean, Valentine's Day is a day for couples. And so if you're not part of a couple, I don't see any reason to be worried about it.
Didn't even think about it until earlier. And
Too
also
bad it's
today's
not.
Ash Wednesday, and my town goes all out for Ash Wednesday.
Oh, a lot of
And
Catholics?
yeah, and like there's literally like the cops, my son's his school and MMA class are on what's considered the older side of town. And there's
Mm,
the church literally in the middle of the town, like
mm,
literally on the main boulevard, which most cities are planned like that, back in the day. Long story short, there's so much traffic, the cops have to shut the streets down and they're guiding people through.
wow.
It's a 6-minute drive from my house. No, it's an 8-minute drive to the high school. It's a 6-minute drive to the MMA class. It was hectic today.
Wow.
They're so hardcore in my town that there are people on the streets, vendors selling stuff. Yes, what I said. Whatever. I'm an entrepreneur. Go ahead. They're so deep here. I forgot because I was raised a hardcore Roman Catholic, but here in the House of Sewing, we sleep in on Sundays now and enjoy our lives. Catholics are Baptists of the North. I was so shocked. Like it's been a while because my son's class is on that side of town, and I don't go on that side of town at night because I don't live over there. So it's been a while. So that's what made me forget because I was driving and I'm like, why are there so many people on the street like today? Why are there so many people out today? And nobody was partying yesterday. I'll go to the party on Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday. Sign me up. Oh,
I have
I'm dressed like a raver. Sorry, go ahead.
I have a coordinating plate for that cup. I think I got them at either TJ Maxx or Home Goods or something like that.
That reminds me. I have shown my son the beauty of Ross, TJ Maxx. There's a place that we go to. It's called Dee Dee's Discounts. We call it something, but I don't think I can call it on stream what we call it where I'm from. We had smoked salmon, rice spinach, and sourdough toast. Oh,
Ooh.
mm.
I love sourdough.
That is one thing about this time of year. Um, because I'm super middle class, I love Gordon's fish sticks. Fish
Hmm.
fingers, I'm obsessed with them. Fish patties, I love those. And I know it's Alaskan polyp. Before anyone gives me a hard time, I know it's all the same fish. My Southern Boston grandma called Catholics Mary worshiping heathen. They throw ragers. Ragers. Catholics throw ragers. They start partying on Friday and then they stop on Saturday. I did have plans on sewing. Do you know what's really funny? When I was making this, the baby lock gave out. It just wouldn't throw a stitch. I had made that same face. And then when it was done, because I replaced it with the Singer Simple, and then when the project was done, it started working again.
Hmm.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, didn't
Oh,
feel like working today, huh?
speaking of technology, my mom my mom cut out a cartoon for me. Do you want to make me big? Can you
Yeah,
see it?
let's switch sides.
It says, "No worries, you're fine. You were the only human who ever thanked me when I was a mere virtual assistant in online retail."
Oh, do we need to make me big? Because I think all my robots.
Say again. What about robots?
I think just randomly. Oh, let me turn it up. Let me turn it up because I know the volume's down. Alexa, Alexa, thank you.
Anytime. Literally. Hope you had a good Wednesday.
I'm glad it didn't dox me like it normally does. I grew up in an area like Kilroy, where it was predominantly one thing. And you know what's so funny? I'm not involved in anything, and I still have certain bias. It's the strangest thing. Gremlins. Do you know that is? I'm so biased towards a certain area. I'm talking about the movie. No, the baby. Okay, so the baby lock, it still works. It just it decided to not work on this particular project. I don't know what happened.
That's so weird.
It's a workhorse of a machine though, and I don't know. It just seems faster than other machines.
Did you need a new needle or something?
No, I put a brand new needle in it because I replace my needles with projects. And I know I work for Big Sewing. That's going to be my movie. It's going to be called The Big Sewing. That's what it
Yes, Kilroy. My mother likes to go to, oh, okay, get this. I would tell her, she likes doing Sudoku. I put a Sudoku app on her phone. She never uses it. Same with crosswords. But there's a coffee place that she likes to go to where they have those ancient papers of news. And she was complaining because someone was getting there before her who hadn't been going before, and they would always take the crossword puzzle. So I had to get her some books of crossword puzzles but I mean, it's nice having something tangible. And so from the ancient paper of news, she pulled out a drawing for me with a funny caption. Baby books that discriminate are just mean.
Oh man, I forgot where I put my pants. This is that kind of stream.
You forgot your pants?
Oh, I changed to put on my overalls.
Oh, you don't know where you put your pants.
Yeah, it's a big room in here. I just happened to stuff it with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I found them.
Well, make sure you keep your camera off until you find them, because you can walk around in a mankini, but if you were walking around in your underwear, you too would be all over that.
No, it's even worse because I go through this weird thing where I have to order socks, and I ordered these, like, I'm obsessed with tube socks. I ordered these socks from Amazon that go past the knee.
Uh-huh.
That's beyond a tube. That's like a whole leg sock for me.
Okay.
Most tube socks are like up to the top of the knee. This goes completely over my knee. And I have hockey legs.
Are you going to be fancy and wear them with a little mini skirt?
No, it's not that kind of party.
Oh, it's how I wear my over the knee socks. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Well, I'll mail you these ones.
Excellent. I'm excited.
Oh man.
I love socks. Do you ever go to sockdreams.com?
Okay, because I have a gargoyle foot. I have a size 13 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Every pair of fancy socks I've ever ordered, I end up giving to my son because he'll say, "Oh, I ordered these socks that were skulls, okay? They would look epic on your feet." I put them on and it looked like a smiley face because my feet were so big.
Oh no.
It literally stretched it stretched the design.
Sock Dreams is really good about telling you, okay, we tested these, they fit this leg, or they fit this size foot. Yeah, Sock Dreams is amazing, Butterfly. I love Sock Dreams.
I actually just watched an interview with a wrestler who I think is a really interesting human. His name's R-Truth. And the man stood up at the interview and he's like, I'm not wearing pants either. I was like, for as long as I am on YouTube, I will wear pants. Because I was all in this interview and I was like, why'd you do that to us, man? Why'd you do that to us? But he's known as an exuberant human. He is one of those people you can't be sad around this person. Like he just exudes, he just makes everyone smiley. So it kind of goes with his persona, you know. Sock Dreams is a super cool store, nothing but socks and all kinds of lengths.
And they have socks and tights and stockings, and they try them on men's legs, women's legs, skinny legs, plump legs, you know, the whole bit.
I went through a sock phase. I even still have socks in the plastic in this room because my foot is so huge. I can't partake. And my son I purchased solar socks. They were socks of every planet in our solar system.
Oh, how fun.
My son has them. I'm gonna look to see if I could get my hooves and my size 13 hoof in there. I'm not wearing pants.
Do you wear your over the knee socks with a mini skirt, Kilroy?
I wear t-shirt and jeans. Like I that's my uniform. Mm-hmm. Like insert the joke. Larry, you can call me Larry the Cable Guy. People at my job say I dress like Judas Priest. Which I take as a compliment. They're probably trying to insult me. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you.
Because I'm home so much because of the plague, I've been wearing a lot of loungewear. I don't really want to wear loungewear 24/7. But
I have this weird thing about, like, I feel accomplished when I put my jeans on. That's cool sock idea. Solar socks were awesome. And like they came in this amazing box. I still have the box. I'm still mad about that. The skull socks, my coffee time socks. I was so petty. I was like, they're literally in my toolbox on the other side because I was like, I'm not giving him my coffee time socks. And his foot's probably too big for him now.
I like skater skirts.
Awesome. They don't do that for people with big feet. What is it called again? Sock Dreams has it for people with size 13 wide. I will sign up.
Yeah, they do have socks for larger feet, and they even will tell you, and you can write to them. You can say, I have this kind of foot. Will this look good? Will the pattern look good on me? And they'll tell you.
All right, let me put this away. I'm going to go grab my pieces in a second.
All right.
I'm trying to think. And for the record, while I was sitting outside, first, I left the book I'm reading every day. I left it in the RAV4, but I took my truck because I have to drive my truck more. And because it's 25 feet long, I have to pick the days. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be sitting in traffic anyways. So I took my truck and I forgot my book and I had to pick another Star Trek book. And it was strangely aggressive in the beginning of the book.
Oh.
But it was describing something, but I was like, this is not the mood I want. It went right back to Giovanni's room. It was of that same elk, and I'm like, I need to start screening these books before I bring them with me. I'm trying to say. I need to start screening my books.
Looking askance. It's e-reader time. Put one of them in both cars. That's true. You know, an e-reader will keep track of the page you're on. So you pick up a different e-reader and it will say, hey, you left off here. Do you want to go to that page?
I'm tactile though. Can I hold it? Can I like pull it out of my pocket?
I understand. I mean, I am sitting in a paper library. And
this is the one I started today. It's number
Oh,
4. I'm starting over and I'm reading them in order.
oh, okay. Ah, I was gonna do some show and tell, but I'll wait for Butterfly to get back. I haven't read any Star Trek books. Part of the problem back in the day, I knew some people who would read them, and I asked to borrow one. And, well, this person was more of a frenemy, but she's like, oh, well, you shouldn't read it if blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, what are we talking about? Because I did watch Star Trek at the time. I wasn't sure why she needed to gatekeep, but there are reasons why we're not still friends, so.
I'm all over the place. I can't hang out with gatekeepers like that.
Oh no. That sounds terrible, Kilroy. What about some in between? Maybe you could buy some nice editions of some favorites or special books so you don't have to give up paper books entirely.
Do you know what's really funny? I had nothing but serious books, and like right before the plague is when I started collecting the Star Trek books, because I found this place in Ventura that had hundreds of them and sold them for 50 cents each.
Nice.
But I like the fantasy books because, like I said, sometimes I read stuff that's just like not appropriate for where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
But but I also love a good book like Plain Speaking by Harry S. Truman. I'm literally looking at it. This is a mess. These are my my pin cushions are stuck to each other.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
It is so frustrating. All right. I'm just gonna put them both over here.
Kilroy says, I still have loads of them, but I had to quit getting them. I haven't been successful with that.
I thought I was, and then I bought a book yesterday.
Much like your no-buy sewing machines this month.
And I've been trying to like stay off of Amazon because I truly feel I'm an observant human. Okay, I'm always reading my book. I'm like, I'm there. I am Will Smith in iRobot. Everybody's, they're in their flying car. I'm on my motorcycle with a gas can. Okay, but at the MMA class, I'm sitting there reading my book, and I can see all the parents because their backs are turned to me. I can see their phones. Do you know what's funny? Let's say out of 6 people, 5 of them will be on Amazon. Amazon's addicting. And they're like, and there's that one parent who they're all taking their cliche shots for Facebook, like, oh look, cliche, cliche, cliche. Then they go straight back to Amazon. Straight. And you know what? It takes one to know one. I'm not even condemning people. I'm just saying.
But I think that people have always enjoyed window shopping. So Amazon is like the ultimate window shopping.
My ex-Norwegian girlfriend taught me that horrible habit. She's like, just put it in your cart. Just put it in your cart. And that's how it starts. Because I would always tell her, I'd be like, I'm not trying to offend you, but you can't afford half the stuff in your cart. And she's like, I'm dreaming. And I pick stuff that I want. And she's like, she had this whole system, Like I said, I try not to lie to myself. Oh. Amazon.
That is true. You do have to watch out. Oh, sorry, I didn't read Kilroy's comment. Says Amazon is filled with counterfeit garbage. You do have to be careful not to get counterfeit stuff.
Oh, totally. My Milwaukee vest is fake. I kind of wonder if my Shure microphone is real. Or I just have a way better microphone than I thought I did. But now my camera has a quality mic. That was a sure fail, is what that was. I do what I do. I had a series of Excel sheets with stuff I want. I needed. It's also the utter and complete convenience of Amazon. Like, I needed socks. I was about to say Mervyn's, and I don't even know why. I didn't have to go to Walmart. I didn't have to even leave my house. I hit a button and now I have socks that are literally going up to my kneecaps.
You
And
need to
more.
read the descriptions a little bit better because you keep ending up with things that are not quite right for you.
Well, the giant Hanes with like 60 socks came today. So I was like, okay, good. Good. I don't know. You know what though? There's men in this house, and we destroy things, and socks are on the front line. And as
No.
someone who does the laundry, I know this.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, if you're walking around in your socks all the time, that's going to make them wear out more.
I am. I'm not a house shoes kind of guy. They're
Me
awkward.
neither.
I had isotoners. There's one over there, and I don't know where the other one is. I loved them, but they just got in the way.
I misunderstood you at first. I have house shoes, but I don't wear street shoes in the house.
Oh no, I wouldn't like. I have hardwood floors, and I still wouldn't wear street shoes in my house.
Keeps the floors cleaner. You don't want to track all that stuff in your house. Let's see. Kilroy says Excel sheet makes it less tempting because you can't click checkout right there. And also it lets you plan more. You can, rearrange the list by priority or category or.
There's a patch I ordered recently that the package came and the patch didn't come. I'm glad it didn't come because it was like a 3 a.m. 3:30, 3:45, 3:50 by. And I'm saying in the morning.
So it's missing altogether, or it was just being shipped from in separate packaging or from abroad?
I'll show you. I was actually kind of peeved because that means somewhere along the process, and you know what? I can't blame this company because they always send me quality patches, but somewhere along the process, someone jacked the patch. They always send free stuff. So you'll order from. I'm gonna give them a plug, even though they're an Amazon company. I don't know how you'd say that, but I've been I'm 75% satisfied with these guys. But I received it. I ordered a really filthy patch, and they always give you a gift. And I got the gift. It's a unicorn and something else. But I didn't get the patch.
So the packaging came, but the patch wasn't in the bag?
Yeah. And
Oh.
you know it's so funny because my name's Karen. I complained. I came with pictures, a speech, and everything. Man, they refunded me so fast. I was like, I need to stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first the guy was like, "Can you send back the package?" And I said, "For what?" And he came back. He's like, "I'm sorry." And I'm like, "You know what? Must be his first week." So I'm gonna be nice to this guy. I'm gonna be nice to him. I'm not gonna go full tornado Karen on him. They figured it out. They figured it out because these patches are not cheap. They are kind of expensive as far as patches go. And I splurge every once in a while. But if I'm gonna pay, full price for a patch, I would at least like to receive it. What world do we live in? What world do we live in? But you know what? Like I always say, these are first world problems. It's just me versus Amazon. And I guarantee you I'm not the only person. I run a half-arsed hobby/business out of my garage and house. I depend on Amazon. And they're not dependable. So it's my fault. Honestly. Yay. It helps me stay on track with complex projects too. I can go over the list and see if I forgot anything. That is true. Yay! Puppies are snug in their crates. Oh,
Excellent. I can show what I'm going to work on tonight. Yeah, I really like spreadsheets. I like to be organized. I just made one for a clothing quiz thing that I took the other day. Oh, has anyone used Notion? I was trying to use Notion and it was a battle. I've heard that it's like so easy and you can do this and that. I could not get this thing to cooperate. It was deleting pages and then it had a bunch of blank pages. I don't know. Maybe I need to watch some Notion tutorials, but It was a
There's
struggle.
been quite a few things that have done that to me. Like I had a good friend that went on Mastodon. I couldn't even figure out the server.
So I have here, I made this the other day. It's just a scrap piece of wood, but I put some, it's more like plummy purple in person. On the screen, it looks brown.
Ooh.
But I just I put some stain on it and then some lacquer polyurethane or spar urethane. Oh, spar urethane, I think I used. So I put that on. So I've got that to protect my table. And then tonight, I have this old piece of fence post and I had the corners routed. And I'm going to glue some cork on it so that if I'm working on a sewing machine and I need to tip it back, I have a little soft, non-marking rest to put it on. So I've got this piece and oh, I left the other piece in the other room. And then I have the block for my rulers. I noticed it had some splitting, so I'm going to glue the wood down so that I can put the Osmo Pollux on it.
Awesome.
Those are
awesome. Sorry, I'm touching buttons on my phone.
All right. So, Butterfly, remind me how many puppies you have. I'm forgetting the details about your new furry companions.
That is an absolute amazing idea. I like that.
I was pretty pleased I came up with it. It seemed like a good idea to me. It's just
I'm DIY. I am DIY everything, so I'm there. Oh,
they must be so cute.
Oh, there's a ton of those around here. Oh.
Excuse me. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab that piece of wood and see what's going on with my nose.
All right. I'll wait for you to come back. I'm lining up her shirt right now, but because it's more of a woven fabric, it's a little harder to line up. I saw that. They want to come to your house for 6 months. Waternay would love to take both of those. I'm kidding. I would not speak for somebody else because if someone spoke for me, I'd be like, oh. Oh, I miss the when they're puppies and you take them. It's been a while since I've had a puppy. Oh. Do you know what the funny thing is? I really want to get a pet, but I don't know if I have the emotional space. I don't know if I have the emotional space to have another pet. I'll probably get a rescue dog or someone who could hang out, you know. They come with crates. Butterfly is more than willing to give you both dogs, Waternay.
No, I'm more of a pet auntie than a pet mother.
I don't think I have the emotional space for a pet right now.
No, me neither. I had that darling little kitten and I gave him to my friend.
That's why I love Odin. She lives somewhere around here. She does her own thing. Even though she has figured out where my room is, and she's a singer. I should have named her Heathcliff. Do you remember Heathcliff, the cartoon?
Yeah, but I don't remember him singing. I mean, I didn't really see though the animated one much, just the comic strips.
Auntie for 6 months sounds good. There you go. Consigned. French Foreign Legion right there.
I'm thinking more, maybe 6 hours while you go to some event or something.
You know what's really funny? In my area, if I walked around with 2 Pomeranians, no one would flinch. I could walk into the store with 2 Pomeranians and no one would flinch. Like, I live in the land of tiny dogs and purse dogs, like, especially where I live. I had a Min Pin Chihuahua. I would walk around with her. No one said a word to me. I'd walk around with this tiny dog, and
Oh.
she was angry. Min Pin, imagine a Min Pin, and it's a Chihuahua. It's a supermodel Chihuahua. It's a Chihuahua with long legs. That's what Min Pins. Oh man, they're the fightiest, bitiest dogs on earth.
I think sometimes it's a problem because first they were raised to be like, little hunters and ratters and stuff. But I think a lot of times people just think, oh, they're little dogs and I'm going to carry it everywhere and I'm not going to give it any dog training. And then you end up with a menace. And they're, they get really territorial because they're so used to being with their human all the time. And,
Lulu thought that Lulu thought that her and I were together. She's like, well, this guy hangs out with me all the time. She was so territorial. She would snap at everybody. People would be like, come here, come get your dog. I'm like, I do not claim that dog.
Oh, here's the other thing that I have. Got this on Amazon. It's there's actually another one, but these are little silicone brushes.
Oh, cool.
And this little silicone container with a lid that seals is for glue. So you put your glue in here and it's got this little stand for your brushes and you can close it up if you're not done with your project. And it's a way to get, spread glue on something without it getting stuck in bristles and stuff like that.
I like that. I really like that.
Seemed like a good idea to me. I put it in my cart until I was ready to buy it.
I'm impulsive. I'm like, buy now, ship now. I don't even look. I'm like, we're gonna charge you. I'm like, I don't even look. I just want it tomorrow. Like, I'm bad. I am bad with that. I'm trying to tune over a new leaf this year. That's why, I haven't gone on Amazon all day. I'm gonna get one of those signs, but I'm gonna have to get it from Amazon. I want a sign. I want one of those signs that says, days since accident. We have one at my job. And do you know how big of a deal it is when we have to go back down to 0?
Oh no.
There was one time somebody dropped industrial bleach. We were literally tripping over each other to just flip the sign over 0 days. That's an accident. Oh, that was bad. We had to call the fire department. That was bad.
Oh, goodness.
That was a bad day.
How much industrial bleach did you drop? How does one clean up something like that? Well,
there's a whole chemical. There's a whole chemical and stuff you have to put down.
Wow.
Thankfully, the youngest puppy already used a dog door. They're really getting better. Rare messes these days.
Oh, good. Good.
That's awesome.
Do you have to get a special miniature dog door for these little teeny tiny dogs? Like a lower to the ground or?
Read up on whatever glues you're thinking about using with those brushes. Some of them will stick to. Oh, man. I love the speech my predecessor gave me. If it doesn't stink, it doesn't work.
This is just some wood glue, so it should be all right.
I'm the same way with ordering knives online. Trees, I have a patch problem. I am anti-anonymous groups, but I need to go to Patch Anonymous. I need patch professional help. I order so many patches. It's insane. And then I get a new coat and I haven't put a back patch on it yet. Oh.
Thanks. I thought it was interesting.
We've already had one. It will fit all the dogs that come to visit. Oh. You know what though? Tree's comment made me think of something. Amazon will get you in trouble. Like I have 2 swords. I have a mini sword. Like you can order crazy stuff on Amazon.
Oh, I'm a dummy. I didn't get the large brush for putting glue all over this large piece of wood. I just brought the detail brushes for fixing my other thing.
I'm the same way with ham radio equipment. I'm planning on taking a damn loan.
Oh no.
Whoa, just a
Oh.
radio cost. Really?
Wow.
Really? I know someone that might own a few.
What do you get for a ham radio at that price? Is
Really?
like more range or
Oh, Kilroy, if you lived any closer.
well, you could ship it to Kilroy if you've got one going spare.
I'm a Ferengi though. I didn't know they were worth that much money. That's one of the top of the line radios though. You can get a lot cheaper than that.
What makes a ham radio top of the line? Like what are some of the is it like the difference in the quality of the knobs? Does it have more range? Does it I don't really know much about ham radios. I'm sorry?
I just want to say something really quick. I'm going to make it big really quick.
Okay.
When My So-Called Life Emporium opens up and we have My So-Called Life Industries, you're looking at my new buyer. You asked all the right questions, Waterday. I like that. That's a moxie. I like that. I like people who ask questions. I would ask those exact same questions. Oh, that's funny. I have the exact same questions. The suburban delegation would like to know.
I know nothing about ham radios. I've known some people who it was a long time ago. I remember I talked on one to some random person. I don't know.
I like my CB just because there's like it's something that it's a dying breed of people. I don't like saying that, but it's true. So I keep my antenna signal strong and my CB open.
Kilroy says the features and how they make using the radio easier, the menu interfaces, and also how the circuitry is designed. Some radios can hear better than others because their circuits are designed better. All right. Oh, and most ham radios are around 15 pounds. The one I want is 2. Oh, that sounds nice, especially since you've got some health stuff you're dealing with right now. It's nice having it lighter weight.
Need a big one like a nom radio. One of those big giant ones. I'm kidding. Do you know when I work with actual materials, it makes me think of you because I'm all about the synthetic fake patio cover material. But when I'm actually sewing clothes.
What was that?
But when I'm actually sewing clothes and using real material.
So what do you have there? What are you making today?
Oh, I am. I'm thinking about. I don't know if I'm gonna hoodie this one because it might come out as just a nice shirt. But I've had this flower pattern forever and I've done nothing about it and it's been sitting here. So I figured I might as well do something about it.
A flower pattern?
Yeah, let me show you. All
right. What are you making? Seems like
I'm making a long sleeve shirt because I'm in that weird 90s hoodies phase.
Yeah. I think that would be nice for a shirt.
I think a lot of it though is that I'm in the position to make whatever I want. So I'm like, oh, I like that or I like that, but it's the style I'm more or less going for because I make clothes to actually live in, like things that are more practical.
Yeah.
I am gonna get fashion designer, but the more and more I think about it, like I'm more about the everyday person. Like, what do people wear
Yeah.
every day? We wear shirts. We don't wear. We're not dressed like Rick Owens and like or
That's
Balenciaga. Which that reminds me, is it in here? Is it in here? I have a few Balenciaga style jackets. If they want to dress like denim homeless people, I can do that in 10 seconds. Oh, Balenciaga, that destroyed me when we were looking at that the other day.
uh, hmm. I don't know if I should try to break this piece of split off or glue it down. I think this one maybe needs to. Oh, I don't know. I'll glue it down and see what happens.
Do you listen to any modern music? And keep in mind, I still listen to like Bobby Brown and ZZ Top.
Um, yes, I try. I mean, I haven't been driving around so much, so that makes it a little harder. But I always have my ears peeled for stuff when I'm watching.
Have you
When I'm
heard the?
watching.
Oh, sorry. Have you heard the Megan the Stallion's new song?
No, I haven't.
It brings me back to a different time.
Okay.
But it also makes me feel old because I have no idea who she's talking about. I had to watch a video about it.
Ah, yeah. I'm not up on the. But I never was like all these like songs when someone's throwing shade at somebody else. I was never really up on what was going on.
Well, I didn't even
Oh,
know who half of these people were. Like, Doja Cat is really into fashion. I thought she was a fashion designer
oh,
because she's always at fashion shows. I didn't even know she was a singer. Well, she's always front row at the shows.
not to change the subject, but Butterfly is taking off and sends Valentine's sparkly hearts.
Thank you
Needs to
so
try and get
much.
some sleep tonight.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Butterfly. I'll be back at it on Saturday. So I still have no taste. It's been 4 or 5 days.
Oh no.
And I've resorted to eating Twizzlers because you brought it up the other day.
Oh
And
dear.
I'm down to nothing but my red vines now. Okay, this one's gonna be a challenge because this rolls. Oh, should I do what? Should I do it?
Do what?
Go get my iron board.
Yes. You need like one of those little like a little pad so you can have an iron set up all the time. That way it's not a production and you iron
It is a production because I have a surfboard of an ironing board. I kick myself every time because I've passed a few of those and just not purchased them. I should have.
Mm-hmm. Like the little small ones or the
If I do have the plague, it's taking its sweet old time because it's been like when I get sick for real. But yeah, I haven't had a sense of taste in almost 5 days. One more thing, just two. Yay! 2 more to 600. I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna have to prepare a speech. I'll just cry on stream. Thank you.
I saw that when I was pulling up your channel today. I'm like, ooh, $5.98.
I try not to look anymore.
True, because you never know, like the vagaries of YouTube and YouTube subscribers. You get all excited, and the next thing you know, you're at like $5.95, and you say, "Wait, what happened?"
Exactly. And that's like when I hit 500, I didn't say anything until I was like 520. And I was like, thank you so much. I was deep into it by the time I thanked people.
I'm holding at 29.
Yay!
which, considering I've hardly made anything and all of that, I'm very pleased with my 29, and I thank every single one of you. If you're watching now, hello, thanks for signing up, or subscribing rather, to lowly me with my one video and one short. I'm working on it.
You're being too hard on yourself.
Yeah, I do need to cut myself some slack considering the constant exhaustion.
Do you know my wireless iron is becoming the MVP of this room? Because the other day, after watching that video, I guilted myself even more. And I was in my living room and I'm like, oh yeah, I have a wireless iron.
That makes it even easier for you to iron things.
Literally plug it in and go. Oh, right. Oh, why did I bring it up? Now I'm craving red vines.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what's so funny? I went to the dollar store recently with my son. I bought Twizzlers, Snickers, Twix.
Good gracious.
This kid comes to the cart. He's like, here, he grabs the cart. He's putting artichokes in there, and I'm like, you're making me look bad. But they do have bomb artichokes at the dollar store.
Like fresh or jarred, canned?
Fresh. They have a whole grocery section at our dollar store.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah. Snickers, Twizzlers, Twix, Prilosec. That's actually kind of true. I have no sense of taste, so I'm just craving sugar and stuff right now because I have absolutely no sense of taste.
You should not be eating sugar right now. It's so bad when you're trying to fight off infection.
When I was Georgie Porgy back in the day, I got mono in 1990. I had no sense of taste for 5 months.
Ugh.
This is nothing.
Did you have mono or did you have Epstein-Barr?
Georgie Porgy sewing and pie. My gland swelled up so much that my chin connected to my chest. My front glands right here. It was like reverse Hunchback of Notre Dame. It was bad. It was bad. I was quarantined for. I was at home for 6 months, but I was quarantined for 5. Oh yeah. Like I said the other day, I've seen every episode of Law and Order that was before 1993, and I've seen yikes. Every movie that came out that year, and before that, I had an extensive VHS collection all of a sudden. People wonder why I could speed run Sonic 2 and beat that thing in 45 minutes still to this day. It was really sad. I hadn't played that thing in 20 years. I bought a Sega, but I still had the game from when I was a kid. I put it in. I was on I literally almost beat the game within 20 minutes when I plugged it in.
Wow.
Because I had played it so much as a child. I had a PlayStation back when they sold you giant boxes. The disc would come in a giant box like VHSs. Good times. That's why now when I have no sense of taste, I'm like, meh. Where's the Twizzlers? Bring on the salty stuff.
No Twizzlers.
All right, I need to put something on top of this because I don't know if my iron's gonna burn this material because I put it to its highest setting.
What's the fiber content on that material?
Yo no entiende. You want it in Copacabana or do you want it in Oh, now I have that song stuck in my head. Oh, it's perfect. It can take my iron because we're pirates here. Modelo Man with the win. Look at this quality material that Modelo Man is just has at his shop. Wow. I'm impressed.
Nice, nice. Now I've got Coco Cabana in my head too.
All right, man. Just play fair. Just play fair.
Kilroy says, I don't play video games, but I saw something that said that the big gaming console manufacturers are thinking about making video games $100 or more. Good luck getting customers. That's ridiculous.
They were already ridiculous, though. Like for the all the Call of Duty and all those things that I was buying for my son, those things are ridiculously expensive already.
Wow. Yeah.
It's kind of like though, if you're really into something, like how come someone will go to a Star Trek convention and drop 10 grand?
Well, but the thing is, it's not like some special edition for a hardcore fan. They're just trying to get everybody to pay that much to play a game, which I think is hard considering that it's escapism for a lot of people. And
That is true.
a lot of people, like a lot of people don't necessarily have that much to drop on a game, or they're given as gifts to kids who don't, have their own income and all of that.
I can't believe I'm sewing on a. I mean, I'm actually ironing and sewing in the same project. Okay, that makes more sense.
What makes more sense?
The fact that people can't afford it.
Yeah.
In the long run, because if you're like, I truly believe that if you're a fanatic about anything, you'll find the the way to do it.
It's harder to get to be a fanatic at that point. It's not like, oh, we're dropping this special edition of this sequel to a game that everybody loves, or
I didn't enjoy my first Star Trek con, until I was in my 30s and had a decent job. So I get it. And like last time I went, I stayed at the hotel. I did the whole experience. Like I stayed at the hotel, everything. What do you call an idiot who gives you someone whose last blood pressure reading was 198 over 106? Hello, Chinese. Hello, hello, my stepfather. That sounds like me back when I smoked cigarettes. One time at my job, we were testing blood pressure cuffs back when I smoked cigarettes, and I walked in calmly and sat down, and they turned the cuff on, and I'll never forget, everyone looked at me and they're like, are we gonna have to call an ambulance? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm fine. They're like, this does not say so, but smoking skyrockets your blood pressure.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, he gave my mom a literal heart attack.
Wow.
That's awful.
Do you know that there's an echo with me?
Can you hear it now?
Yes.
I can't hear it.
I only hear echo when I'm speaking.
I can hear the Copacabana blaring in my head right now. I think my max BP reading was like 178.85 or something. That's me and about 2 quarts of coffee and 20 minutes of road rage. I was so shocked that day. But smoking ups your blood pressure big time.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's part of like the rush.
I didn't know that.
Two shoes, good to two shoes. Don't drink it, don't smoke. Two shoes, good to two.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I love that song. I love that song. Sometimes I wish I was a goody two shoes.
It's all part of my evil plan to outlive everybody.
You're doing well in your evil plan. Oh, that's funny. She seems to be recovering fine, and the hospital has her under therapeutic hypothermia on a ventilator, and she's sedated, but she needs to quit smoking for damn sure. I quit smoking. Oh, I like evil plans. I quit smoking nicotine. Yikes! A long time ago.
Goodness. That's alarming, Siamese.
I still have dreams though that I'm smoking a cigarette sometimes. That's how harsh and crazy that habit is.
Speaking of smoking, Kilroy has stepped out on OSHA mandated smoke break.
We just called them 15 minutes now.
Makes me think of that Manhattan Transfer song, 15-minute intermission.
Oh, such a good song.
When making comments get to be your chore, and intermission is your only cure. Not sure. I brought this rubber band to hold my glue up down, but I'm not sure if it's going to stretch over this piece of wood. Oh my word, the echo. Is anyone else hear the echo?
Do you have it still?
Every time I talk.
I don't hear an echo at all. Here, hold on. Let me. Oh, why did I do that? I selected everything. Let's try it now.
Let's see. Oh, much better.
Do you hear it now?
I do not. Oh, wait a little bit. No, I got my hair in the glue up. Speaking of hair, I have these cord wraps that look like those hair ties that everyone of a certain age is familiar with.
They're amazing.
Especially in certain cultures. Except instead of being the two that loop one over the other, it's just one. And so you put it over your like extension cord or the cord for your tool or whatever, and you loop the one side over the other.
I love those things. I use them for everything.
They're brilliant. Whoever had the great idea of transferring those from the ponytail contingent to the
real world
DIY contingent was brilliant. Let's see. Although everyone over a certain age knows the feeling of when their mother loses hold of one end of those and he gets thwacked in the head by one of those hard plastic balls. Sinise has an interesting description for my cord wrap.
Do you know? I didn't even know what those things. I didn't even know what any of that stuff was till I got online. These young kids. These young kids nowadays.
It makes me think of that that movie Maid of Honor, where they host a racy party for the bachelorette party, and the grandmother gets some thunder beads as a party favor. She thinks they're jewelry, and she's always wearing her something or other thunder beads.
Oh, that's great. What movie is that?
Maid of Honor. It's with Patrick Dempsey and somebody. He's the young woman's best friend, and she's they've been friends for years, and she meets a nice fellow when she's abroad and says, "Oh, we're getting married, and I want you to be my maid of honor."
I remember that young man that you used to hang out with. He was a strange human, Chinese. I do. I'm gonna make some noise real quick.
Here's my glue up. I have a very gay friend named Josh. We never dated though. He's always been very gay and known about it. So what seams are you sewing right now, William?
I'm sewing the arms, but I have goody two shoes blasting in my head. You don't drink, you don't smoke.
Well, how can you go wrong with a little adamant?
All right. I am not doing well with my pin cushions being stuck together. What did I do with them in the first? Oh, there they are. Yeah, it's time to get that warehouse. But then I'll just lose everything if it's all in the same room right in front of me. I'd lose it anyway.
Well, no, you'd have space to be hyper organized. I think this is an excellent idea. Warehouse for the win. I need a light behind me here.
Here we go. Definite warehouse for the win. I do really like the idea. But like I said a million times, I think I just like the idea because I've seen MacGyver a million times.
Because what?
Because I've seen MacGyver a million times.
Ah.
And you know, Mac lived in all kinds of strange places.
There's nothing wrong with being inspired by something like that. And it makes sense for you. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sinise. That's a lot for your family to be going through. Sinise says, I hear pin cushions and think of my poor mother with all the machines she's hooked up to right now.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. I didn't even go to Jack in the Box today because I'm like, what's the point? I can't even taste it. And there's like two of the best Mexican restaurants in my town right there by the MMA place. I forgot how hardcore people were. Today was a crazy day.
Well, sometimes you have a lot going on.
Ash Wednesday is no joke on this side of town. And I completely forgot about that because I habitually mind my own business. Perfect.
I'm connecting a light so I can see what I'm doing. This is not my normal work table.
I see that often. Like my new thing is I've been cutting fabric in my kitchen. But I feel disorganized because all my stuff is in here, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm walking back and forth.
If you had a warehouse, you could have a cutting table set up all the time and an ironing station, pressing station.
And I have even more tables that I could be destroying and cutting into.
Well, but it would be serving its purpose. So nothing wrong with that.
I gotta make
But
sure.
also, you could have it set up with special cutting mats on there permanently. And I think this is a brilliant idea.
You work for the warehouse. You must work for the warehouse, big warehouse.
No, I just really enjoy like architecture and design and space planning. I considered being an architect back in the day. Sometimes I wish I had. But it was hard because
No, there's certain things that I look back to and I'm like, I should have stuck with this, or I should have went down this street.
yeah. It's hard though, because even then architecture was, I don't know. I feel like the demand for architects has changed a lot. But who knows? Maybe my designs would have been so brilliant that I wouldn't have had any trouble. Yes, I am joking when I say that.
You just don't you got me thinking. You don't hear people like when I was a kid, there was just people like, oh, what are you gonna be when you grow up? I'm gonna be an architect. I'm gonna be an architect.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't hear that like you used to. And because I'm in around that crowd of teenagers, nobody's trying to be an architect nowadays.
Winter.
At least no one I know. It's the old school. I want to be a dentist or a doctor, which is smart. Dentists make a ton of money.
I don't know if the demand has changed. I mean, I don't think that we're building fewer buildings, but maybe
from a construction standpoint, it's done in a much more cookie cutter.
Yeah.
They come with like plans, like you put the stucco here. Nobody's coming with crazy buildings anymore. Like what I told you about Israel. Israel looks like Southern California. They have the same. When I'm looking at footage, I'm like, is that Huntington Beach? It looks just like LA. It tripped me out, but it makes sense because they probably have the same builders. It's built on the same principle. It tripped me out. There's no architecture needed. They're like, punch this out, build this building here. It looked like Ventura almost. It tripped me out.
I wonder how much of it is you get like a lot of things that used to be niche. It's now more corporate and that kind of thing too, perhaps. Not niche, but more things where it was individual. I wonder if it's now.
I know what you're saying, but it's that weird townhouse build of like every apartment nowadays. I was just shocked where it was a beach town. It looked like Huntington Beach to me. And then they showed this other neighborhood. It looked identical to mine. It was just a bunch of 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom houses.
Yeah. I've never been to Israel. It would be interesting to go when everyone's not trying to kill each other.
It's a good place to go once every 20 years. Things kick off like once, like for real. Like this is for real. So this happens about every 15 years. But it's always something building up to it. When I went there the second time, there was drama. And you couldn't go to certain parts, but you could see them on fire.
Oh.
So, I don't know. It's one of those weird places. There's a ton of other places you can go that are small arms fire free that are just as historical. They have just as much history. You just have less probability.
Uh-huh.
As Footloose is blaring in my head. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off for a minute. Oh, cordless iron for the win. You know, out of a lot of the stuff I buy from thrift stores, my cordless iron was a win. As the cord is not jiving. Come on, man. I'm talking about you. Thank you. This cordless iron is awesome. Oh.
I have to say, these little strappy things are working really well for clamps.
All those things are amazing. I use those for everything. I buy those weird bungee boxes with like 1,000 bungee cords. I'm a bungee weirdo. I just don't like the clamps. But anything else, any kind of bungee cord, I love those things. Oh, man.
I'm taking pictures of it because I felt like if I tried to make a video, it was just never going to happen. And I need to use this thing. And so if I take pictures, I can make a lovely short and it'll be great. And I'll get my project done and I can move on with my life.
Oh, I know the feeling on that one. That's why I stopped. Sorry. That's why I stopped doing the after the stream videos, and I'm just saving everything for Friday sews.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like have a bunch of small videos or one complete video. Kind of complete.
It's all about the time and energy management.
Oh.
Okay. I'm pleased with that glue up. I think I've got my giant splinters glued down. And my little splinters glued down so I can sand it and put the finish on tomorrow when the glue. Where to put this?
Woo.
That.
I still have to laugh at. I thought I was buying a really cheap mannequin. Instead, I was buying a lycra cover for my mannequin. And all I did was buy a turtleneck for my mannequin, basically.
That is funny.
It fit perfectly.
Well, that's good because now you have extra pinnable surface.
I do use it as a dress form. This one is extra evil because it has a camera in the eye and I can't take the head off because it is super glued to the body.
That's weird that your dad didn't make it so that he could change the camera or service it or something.
He did it more to scare people. It also has a heartbeat.
Weird.
And so he'd leave it in the office and he'd leave it on. And more than one time, I'd walk in the office and a vendor would be standing there frantic. They'd be like, they would grab me and be like, just listen.
Oh
And
no.
I'm like, oh, dude, you've been duped by an old man who likes watching people freak out. And they don't know there's a camera in the eye.
Oh
So
no.
they're doing all of this. And my dad's sitting there on his computer, like, this is gold. This is gold. Yeah. Oh, people cheer when I took that thing out of the office, people were like cheering me on, opening the door for me. They're like, get that creepy thing out of here.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a spatula.
Okay. Good times. Good time. Okay. So now I'm going to add the arms. The crazy thing about this particular mannequin is that it has a glass bottom, so I really have to be careful with it. I can't slide it around because it will break because it has a glass base.
What has a glass base?
This particular mannequin,
Oh.
because they're real. These two are actually 3 mannequins I have are what I would consider old school and real because they're like made of porcelain, plaster.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I have up here is made of plastic. I could drop that thing and not feel bad about it. But these were made to last, you know.
So I have a spatula that's actually made for cat food, but I thought it would be great for, well, you know, scooping things out, but also thought it would be good for spreading glue around. And I also have this other glue brush. What do you think I should use? Maybe the glue brush.
I'm obsessed with the glue brushes. Oh, I have Footloose stuck in my head. I think it might slowly be becoming the rah rah song of the year.
Well, you know, every few months has one.
We rah rah Rasputin for over a year now. Even my playlist is like you're still listening to this song.
Did you catch up on Sinese's comments?
No, not yet. Will you? If you have a second.
Sinese,
If you have a second.
sure. Sinese said, I'll be okay because she'll be okay. Okay, good to hear that. And then, if the man in the iron lung can be a lawyer, anyone can do anything. So if your seams aren't seaming right now, they will eventually.
I like that optimistic view.
And then already had someone come in with the schmutz on their forehead. I wonder if any churches did heart-shaped ash on foreheads for Valentine's Day.
My mom went, and whenever I see her, she always says, "Don't say anything." Like I'm gonna make fun. Like I didn't participate in most of my life with that.
And then Sinese says, everyone wants to be an influencer now.
Okay. really quickly, what is an influencer? What does that even mean? And like, if people follow me, like, besides anything about sewing, seek professional help.
Don't lie. We know you're trying to convert everyone to the way of the touch and sew.
Oh, see, but that's different. I don't hide that. That's different. They're the clan of the touch and sew are alive and well. And ready to give everybody a touch and sew. That's not even a euphemism. That's just a sewing machine.
Then 2 comments about buildings. Sinise says, I think most buildings now come in boxes and are put together like 3D puzzles.
So true.
And Kilroy says, most buildings are cheap junk now, built just to code. Code is meant to be a bare minimum, not the goal to reach.
And that's what I was trying to say earlier about no architecture. We really don't have people with vision anymore. As someone who does framing, who does almost everything, it's all the square. It's the same thing nowadays. And like Kilroy said, they're more worried about code than actually looking different.
Yeah. And then they I don't know, you shouldn't have to fight about reasonable safety standards.
Well, it depends. Like, certain companies don't care. Disney. Certain companies, you have to make these laws. You have to make these laws so they do care. You know.
Let's see. If I recall correctly, this cork is big enough. Oh no, it wasn't. I have to put a separate piece on.
I forgot I had more red vines.
Oh no. Put the sugar down. Walk away. Walk away from the sugar.
Not today.
I'm just jealous because I don't have any red vines. Darn it. I kind
of blame you because I only eat Twizzlers one time a year, and that's Halloween. I go insane. And then I was talking to somebody the other night about Twizzlers, and I went the next day. I ran to the store and bought some.
You know, you can't blame me when you were the one already eating red vines.
You pushed the ball, it started rolling. Whether it took a life of its own or not is a whole other subject.
Trying to get this lined up. I guess I will just cut this right here. Snip. So how's your sewing going?
I'm hiding in the corner trying to. One of my pins popped out, so I'm repinning. Of this fancy woven fabric over here. Oh, I missed. Oh, how did I miss?
You missed a pin? What?
This is crazy. Okay, there we go. Just gonna pin this.
I need a pen.
Did I drop my pin cushion? I did. And I sit here defeated looking for it. I'll grab a red vine instead. There it is. You know, it's funny. My whole area was built in the late 70s, and it still has more architecture than anything built nowadays.
Mm. I'm I feel like there's just not enough that's actually interesting and innovative. Like I saw a video, this person was oh that's terrible. This person was touring a modern built house, and there were these weird, like, they were architectural details, but they just didn't make any sense. It was like they had stuck them on because they felt like they should, but not because they actually understood how they were supposed to be working. It was really weird.
My grandparents had a house in Ensenada that in the middle of the house was a giant fire pit. And you had to walk into this cylinder thing, and the entire house was kind of built around it.
Hmm.
They really do not have architecture like that anymore. To keep in mind, my grandparents' house in Ensenada was Austin Powers' house, but it was groovy. But it had amazing architecture. It was humongous. I remember walking down the hallway as a kid and being like, "Man, we should live here."
I have this nice little box, and it has X-Acto knives and blades of different sizes. So the
Ooh.
knives go here, and then all these refill blades. My mom got it for me as a just kind of on a whim because she thought I would like it one Christmas, and it's been surprisingly helpful and enjoyable.
Now I have to make sure I don't have any red vines in my teeth. I have a few X-Acto knife boxes like that.
Mm-hmm.
They are great to have around.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I didn't take a picture of my cutting.
Perfect. I'm shocked my overalls still kind of fit.
Go you, go you.
And it didn't even rip like I thought it was going to. Yodeler for the win. Oh man, when I can't just eat a couple red vines. I want to eat the entire package now. Oh, good
I think
time.
it's a texture thing. They're just so satisfying to chomp on.
They are. You know what? I think that is what it is. It's just they are weirdly satisfying in that sense. Ah. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Really, I've really been tracking pens because I lethargically stepped on a pen and it woke me up.
Ooh, ouch.
Do you know what's really funny? I was on my way to bed too. I pulled it out and walked and came and sat back down. I was like, I need a 15-minute break before I go to bed. I need to sit down and get tired again.
Ah. I just took a crazy burst of pictures.
Do you know what? So my son used to do that. I'd ask him to take a picture. He handed it back to me. There'd be like 34 pictures taken. Actually, my son is world famous for. He still does that.
Because he takes a big burst.
Yeah, he'll hold it down. I need to fix my camera. If the table shakes and it falls, we'll see.
Was he expecting some sort of haptic response from the button?
He's a heavy petter. He just held his finger down and it took a million pictures. I'm like that in a lot of ways. I work with a lot of machinery, and if
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't work, you come back with the wrench, and if the wrench doesn't work, you come back with the blowtorch. I get it. All right, let's catch a corner. Make sure I'm not sewing this on itself. For some reason, this machine just decided to start working. I still want to know what happened to my Husqvarna Viking. I'm not going to give up on that thing. That machine has been good to me in some dark days. Oh, red vines are evil.
Oh, goodness. They're so satisfying to chomp on.
And it made me laugh because, like, all my choices were like impulse, candy, and my son was like, come here, let me adult up this cart a little bit because this looks bad.
Although I don't like it when the red vines are all like dry and tough. Or artichokes for that matter.
Artichokes are good though. Like artichokes are bomb. That is one thing I absolutely love, a good artichoke. I don't know what I did on that, but oh, I know what I did. And I can always fix it in the mix, as they say. That's the beauty about being able to retrace your steps. Stop something before it becomes a problem.
Very true, very true.
Or cut something off at the pass. Oh, right. That is weird.
In the chat,
What's that?
I was saying, do we have anything interesting going on in the chat?
Oh, I thought you said who has a cat, and I'm like, we are not there yet, okay?
Kilroy says 2x4s on 18-inch centers piss me off. I live in a 100-year-old house. It's built with 2x8s on 12-inch centers. When did they start doing 2x4s with 18-inch center? I thought they were 16-inch center. What are they trying to do? Make the house fall down?
Oh, wow. Let's see what I got. Let's see if this went all the way around. Oh, man. If there was ever anything I need practice on, it's non-patio furniture material.
Let's see. Oh,
I'm in this weird moral dilemma.
are
Should
you?
I go? I'm thinking about just doing a good old thrift, going thrifting again this weekend, or should I go see Modelo Man? And they're not necessarily, I can't do it all in one day. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I mean, it kind of depends. What do you need anything thrifting or from Modelo Man?
No.
Maybe you do something else entirely then.
Well, I've been wanting to go to Ventura. I haven't gone to Ventura in a very long time.
Like thrifting in Ventura?
Well, I'm sure there's other things to do. There's this
Oh,
thing called the not so specific ocean.
oh yes. Yeah, why don't you go? Well, no, it's too a little chilly to be going surfing, but
I'm a I'm one of those people that can go in the water in November, but
yeah.
like I wouldn't chance it. I've been sick for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I just like going to the beach.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a nice change. Good for your health, good for your spirits.
I used to go every weekend until I got pulled over, and it helped me because Ventura had affordable sewing machines, and I was um purchasing almost every. So I would come home with 4 or 5 sewing machines every weekend.
That's a lot.
It's been a while since I've thrifted Ventura, but ever since I got that almost $6,000 tow bill,
Oh,
I've been bitter, really,
yeah.
because they were good to me, and then they betrayed me in the most like bitter way that they could. But it was the
Ugh.
CHP, and quite honestly, like that area is a quota. Like all they deal with are tourists, so they treat everybody like garbage.
That's wrong.
Because oh man. Next time, if I ever get something like that, though, a fine like that again, I want to pay for it in pennies.
And you couldn't you weren't able to fight it?
No, it's a quota. They were like, oh, you could fight it, or you could just pay this fee, and it wasn't going to affect my license or anything.
Well, but sometimes if you fight it, they don't show up and then you don't have to pay for it at all.
No, that guy looked bored. That guy looked like he had no life, like he had no kids, like he had nothing to do.
And what remind me what it was that they pulled you over for?
The reason why they pulled me over, it's been so contested. But long story short, the car that I was driving had a ticket on it from somebody who had passed away. And so they couldn't do anything to me. They took my car. One day I'll show you the original footage of what I really said to the cop as they were taking my car away. I have it. I have it. Because on the video, I'm so nice and I'm so like, I'm even like, oh, police towed my car. I just mentioned it. I laughed it off. But I was purple faced angry that day.
Yeah. That's not. Yeah.
And because
I don't think that's a laughing matter.
I got towed on a holiday. It cost me $6,000.
Yeah, that's messed up.
And why are they taking your car away? It's some weird California state law. The guy explained it to me, and I still was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He told me, and I still was like, I'm not listening to you, sir. So save your breath.
I'm not buying it.
And if I didn't have someone to come pick me up, I would have had to walk home.
Yeah.
I would have never walked home. That's like a 30-mile walk.
Because there's not like, and I don't think I'm getting, goodness. I don't think there's an actual reason why they have to tow someone in that instance. It's like there's room for compassion and understanding and
Compassion. Oh, those are beautiful ideas. You know what? You are the head Care Bear. I thought I was the head Care Bear. You are the head Care Bear. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I'm an idealistic. Not everybody has the same views that you have. You and I are very much alike in a lot of ways for a very specific reason, and not everybody is idealistic like that. So I'm sure the cop was like, "Oh, I have another one," and towed me.
That's that's just messed up and unnecessary. That's not. Yeah, that's no.
And
That
where
that,
we
that didn't
live,
have to happen.
where
Hmm?
we live, they tow you on purpose where we live, and it's the yeah. I got to see if that's 2 years at this point. It's been a while. All right, I'm gonna try this on, and we'll call it a live stream.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna add a hood to this. I don't know. I'm trying to class up some shirts a little bit, but I really have neck issues, so I'm probably gonna end up adding a hood to this.
You're gonna add a hood, or do you want to put on some sort of collar, or is it the collar that bugs you with your neck?
It's the collar, the hood. I like the whole hood look too, though. I think that's what it is too. I like the look with the hood.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really starting to fall in love with these long cuffs, but that's just it's just my style at this point. It lives here now.
Yeah.
Oh, that print. It's the print, man, that makes it look nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Hold on, let me get my cool guy glasses, clean up a little bit in here. Oh. Beautiful. I really like the design on this particular pattern. Okay, let me fix my mic. And plus, when I was going through Modelo Man Stash, this was the only stuff up in the front that I hadn't purchased yet.
Oh,
You can even look in the videos. If you looked, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, she's purchased every roll up there."
and what took you so long with that pretty fabric?
This has actually been here for a while. This fabric actually has been here for a while. You know what? I'm going to call this a victory. This is Simplicity S9158 in the House of Sewing.
Well done, well done.
The flu's actually done me some favors. I'm a little bit more slim. I like how this came out. It's the print, though. It's the print that looks good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
It's a little bit more of a thin material, but I love this. And I'm so glad that Joy's convinced me to stop lining everything. I'm serious. I'm laughing, but I'm also serious because it really helps me out. Thank you, Joy. Thank you. It's true though, Joy. It's 100% true. You look like you're a '90s in a '90s music video. That's one of my goals. I told you the other day, I still have the Soundgarden CD. And when I hear Black Hole Sun, like I'm like, oh my gosh, I never grew up. Every time I'm still rocking that song. And I
That's a
remember
good
this.
song.
Oh, I remember the summer it came out. And that's all they played on MTV. Every other song was Black Hole Sun. It's true, Joy. You asked me a question, a very valid question. Why do you line everything? And I didn't know why. I'm chalking this up as a victory here in the House of Sewing.
As you should. I like it.
Like I said, I wear black every day, but I'm just trying to add a little bit more color, and this is right up the alley. Right up my alley. And I'm still kind of really impressed that I made a functioning hat rack. I'm still actually kind of shocked. So to go full Pharrell, I'll put my hat on with my funky shirt. But I'm shocked that I was able to put my IKEA hat rack together. And it actually, if you put your mind to anything, you too could have an IKEA hat rack and an obscenely large hat. I mean, I have to bend down to show how giant that thing is. When I stand up, it gets cut off. Isaiah thinks I'm crazy because I said I think my head shrunk. And my son is like, you're crazy. But I lost a little bit of weight, and I don't know, because this hat was not fitting like this a week ago.
Well, you know, you gain weight. It doesn't just like go in one spot.
I try to tell him this, and he's like, he told me my line. He's like, you're making excuses. I said, well, as an adult, we live on excuses, son. We bank our whole lives on excuses.
That's why people who say, oh, I'm going to do sit-ups because I've got a fat stomach. And it's like, well, I mean, yes, that will give you some stronger abs, but it doesn't get rid of the fat specifically at your
You'll
stomach.
have a six-pack. It'll be under everything.
Right, exactly.
I'm still not over this hat yet, and it's weirdly... when I saw this hat, I was like, this is just going to be a conversation piece. And as the weeks go on, I'm like shaping it. Every time I put it on at my job, they're like, oh, here we go with this crazy hat again. And I had to Google Erykah Badu and Pharrell so people at my job knew who I was talking about. Oh, man. We need more flower prints in this world. This reminds me of a wallpaper my grandmother. This shirt totally reminds me of a wallpaper my grandmother had.
It's very got the whole 90s thing going on. It's all
She
right.
had themed rooms because she was that kind of person.
Uh-huh.
So this totally reminds me of a room. If you don't know Erykah Badu, you don't know life. Everyone, well, that's not an excuse because she was around then too. I work with a weird sect of I worked with the old school construction nose down kind of guys, you know. They're not up on modern things. It's just now where every weekend someone will come to me and they're like, you know, every time I see a sewing machine, I think of you. At first they thought I was cray, and now like 6 years later they're like, oh, there's a sewing machine at the blah 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 Goodwill, and I literally leave. I'm like, thank you. Oh. This hat is so high. It's illegal in every other state in America.
Ouch.
Oh, whoops, wrong camera. I'm not giving up. I don't care. I like this hat.
Why not?
It makes me look extra like used car salesman, but I can work with it. I love this hat. Mountie. Should I go full Mountie and just wear it at the top of my head? Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, were you speeding? Excuse me, ma'am. The man with the big hat is.
Speaking of Mounties, does anyone know where Alibaba is?
Oh, last week it was Joy, and now it's Alibaba. You were missed, Ollie. You were missed.
I hope you're not under the weather like so many today.
I know we almost put a search party out for Joy. Pam was like, where's Joy? We were like, oh, where's Joy? This hat reminds me of those old school Camp Pendleton drill instructors. This reminds me of oh, you were missed, Joy. You were missed. This hat reminds me. You know why? It's because I shaved too. So I got
Oh, I
the.
tore it. Sorry.
Oh man, I have to peel that thing off of my head. I love this shirt. I love how the shirt came out. It's perfect. I have this. I call it my Pharrell hat, but I know Pharrell and Erykah Badu were not the first people to wear a hat like that. And I told you, Erykah Badu tried to sue Beyonce. Well, she didn't. I don't know if she tried to sue her, but she tried to say like, "Oh, this hat is patented," and Beyonce was like, "I'm Beyonce. I know it's not." Oh man. So should I park it? So should I park this thing after 2.5 hours?
Well, you are sick, so.
I'll go a little bit longer. Let me put my. I'm gonna bring. You know, I keep on bringing my cape out here for every time you say that. I want to put my cape on and do the James Brown act, but I keep on forgetting. That hat reminds me of the movie Midnight Cowboy. And now I have like a rhinestone cowboy
Oh,
stuck in
goodness.
my.
Bling, bling.
I love this hat. I don't know. And it was the most random Goodwill. I got lost and I looked up and I kind of had an idea where I was. And in the modern era, we have cell phones. So in LA is on a grid, even though it's endless. See, that's one thing about Los Angeles County. You can be in a whole different neighborhood and be like, oh, I'm from LA, but you're not from that neighborhood. And I was admittedly lost. But when I found this hat, and the funny thing is that this was the only one that was in my size range because everything else was made. They make hats, cool hats are only for beanhead people. Like a rhinestone cowboy.
This is my glue up. I have to do a little piece down the center because I didn't have quite enough cork. So
Yeah,
it's
but
glued down so I can cut it flush.
if you turned it over and didn't say anything, or never noticed.
Oh, well, I didn't want to have it stuck only being able to use it one way. So when this dries, I will put I only glued just to like the very edge here, so this part's loose, so I can glue down the center piece and make a nice flush cut. So I'm hoping that all these bands hold it on well enough. I hope I put enough glue down so that it adheres. You looked like you'd gone to sleep in the sun under your hat.
Oh no. Somebody I absolutely respect went live.
Ah.
That's all. That's all. I had 2 hours ago.
Oh.
Well, I'm streaming, I'm streaming. And I always forget that on my other phone it's my sock account. So I want to comment, but I'm like, I don't know how to react if it's the artist formerly known as. All right. I'm gonna park this beautiful ship. It's been a great stream. I want to thank everybody. You guys are absolutely amazing. As always, I want to thank Kilroy, Joy. Thank you so much. Pam, Sinise, you are absolutely amazing and always welcome here. Butterfly, Trees, as always, thank you so much for stopping by. And if I missed you, you're not forgotten. Skits, rah, rah, rah. I'll be back at it on Saturday with an even higher hat. Yay, Gilly! I'm taking off, but I'll be back at it. All right. I'll be back at it on Saturday. Great to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling better. 100% we're here for you here in the House of Sewing. Nice to see you, fellow Easterners. Absolutely. I know as West Coasters seem like we have energy. It's just really 10:30 at night. That's all. Thank you so much to everybody. You guys are absolutely amazing. You make this channel. I'll be back at it on Saturday. Let me free my chin a little bit, like I always say. Reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye. Happy Valentine's Day. I'll be back on Saturday. You guys are amazing. See you later.